Hello, I'm Catherine Bellucci.
And I'm Noah Roby, and this is Jaguar Journal. Thanks for joining us. Well, the last few weeks have been busy here at the Northampton School, and we have plenty to report on. Starting the month off with the NHS Talent Show. Catherine?
Noah, it was a wonderful night of song, fun, and hard work, paying off on November 3rd as the annual talent show was held at the Winnicott High School auditorium before a very enthusiastic crowd. Prior to the show, members of the cast, along with Ms. Zalvez and Mr. Singer, did a promotion video for Channel 22 to make sure the news was widespread.
Hi, I'm Marcia Zalvez.
And I'm Daniel Singer.
And we are from Northampton School, and we're here to invite you to our talent show for grades 5 through 8. Our talent show this year is going to be at Winnicott High School. It starts at 6 o'clock on November 3rd. We have 7th grade that's going to be there selling concessions to raise money for their New York City trip. So come on down and see some great acts. We have singers, we have dancers, we have musicians. We even have a magic act this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we really invite you to come and see our show on Friday, November 3rd at Winnicott, starting at 6.
And we have great kids. They have been working hard on these. They selected these acts, so they mean a lot to them. They've been putting out a lot of hard effort. So come on down to Winnicott High School Auditorium and
come see us at the talent show!
The talent show was a great event. I have to say that the number of acts that we had were excellent. The kids worked really, really hard to perfect their acts. It's so great to see them take something that they really want to do, they really want to work on, and means a lot to them, and to take it and then work and grow with it, and then finally get out there and perform it. It was a spectacular sight to see. The instrumental pieces with the piano were especially, I thought, very nice that night. We had some great vocalists who sang different acts. So, the crowd really was responsive. You could tell that it was well received by the audience and the parents and the community members that were there. So what a great talent show, and what a great event for the kids.
This year at the talent show, we had 36 performers. We had singers, we had dancers, we had instrumentalists, we had a magician, and it was so much fun. It's always fun, but it's so great to see the kids up there performing their individual talents. A lot of these kids they do things that I didn't even know they could do. Some of the talent, it's just amazing. Unlike the play, where it's something that's practiced and you work on as a team, the talent show is more individualized, and it's really wonderful for us as teachers to get to see these kids out of the classroom in a setting where they can just shine. We also had concessions that raised money for our New York City trip this year. Mrs. Tharp and the 7th grade team did that, and it was very well attended. We were at Winnicott this year. Some years ago we did it here at our school, but I find that it's nice to have an event at Winnicott, especially as the kids leave our school. They can be on the stage, they get used to being at Winnicott. It seems like it's a bigger stage, bigger audience. We don't have to do multiple shows, we can just get it all done in one show, and it is just a nice change to have it there. And it's just a great event, something that we do every year, and I'm looking forward to next year.
One of our own production team members, Shalon Lay, joined the TV22 team and assisted as camera director. Special thanks goes out to the entire cast of entrants who practiced very hard to make the evening a success. For Jaguar Journal, I'm Catherine Bellucci.
Veterans Day has always been a special part of the school calendar, and this year's keynote speaker was New Hampshire Governor Sununu.
After the ceremony, Jack and Noah sat down with the governor to get his thoughts on some important issues.
Good morning from the Jaguar Journal. I'm Noah Roby, and this is Jack Ambrosi, and here we are reporting from the new Northampton School Veterans Day Assembly with our honorable guest, Governor Sununu.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure having you here.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's exciting to be here. What a great morning we had with all the kids at the assembly. We got to hear from veterans and those who served us, so it was just a great morning, I think, for everybody.
Totally. Why is it important to commemorate U.S. veterans?
Well, we have to remember that when someone becomes a soldier, they're a soldier for life, not just during active duty, And we have to remember that this is not just the sacrifices that they're making as a soldier who's standing up for us and our freedoms. It's the sacrifices of their family, whether it's their moms or dads or husbands or wives or their kids. The whole family is involved in that sacrifice. And when you have folks standing strong, doing incredibly brave things for our country, standing up for us, we just have to remember that it's our job and obligation to be sure that we're going to be there for them when they need us.
Governor, you are a supporter of STEM education. Can you talk to us about how you're going to continue to support it?
Well, STEM education is huge for the state of New Hampshire in particular, and I think really for the whole country. When you look at science, technology, engineering, mathematics, these are the jobs of the future. These are the skill sets we need to build towards, whether it's in elementary school all the way through the high schools. My goal is to make sure that as students graduate at the age of 18, it's not just that we're getting them ready for college, because that might not be for everybody, but we need to make sure that they have workforce-ready skills on day one. And one of the best ways to do that is with science and technology, computer coding, mathematics. All of these things can provide some core education principles that you can take to any job that you go to. So the number one thing we can do for our students is making sure that that they are prepared for the future, whatever path they choose to take.
Absolutely. What's the hardest part about your job?
Well, I love my job. I do, and it is very challenging. There's two of the hardest parts are, one, every half hour is different. 1 minute I'm doing an assembly for veterans, the next half hour I'm doing something on Medicaid expansion, then I'm doing something with education, then I'm visiting a senior home, whatever it might be. So you have to constantly be able to change. But the real challenge is my schedule, and I have to say no to a lot of people. People are always asking me to go to events, and I love getting out there. But for every event I say yes to, I probably have to say no to 2 or 3 that just conflict on the schedule. So managing the schedule and always making sure I have quality family time with my kids. I have a pre-K, I have a 4-year-old, I have a son in 7th grade and a daughter in 6th grade. And so making sure I spend quality time with them intertwined with what is already a pretty hectic schedule, that's probably the biggest challenge of all.
Thank you very much for being here, Governor. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you, guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. This has been the Jaguar Journal.
Now let's take a look at some upcoming events on the NHS calendar.
Finally, we sat down with our principal, Dr. Anderson, to get his perspective on NHS and what he envisions for the near future.
The future of Northampton School. First of all, Northampton School is in an amazing place. The kids are fantastic. I love them, a very supportive community. We have great things going on. But even better is an even more highly personalized learning environment. A personalized learning plan for each and every student that comes through Northampton School, K through 8th grade, readying them for the next chapter in their lives, whether that be Winnicott or any other school in their future. Students will be able to engage in learning activities that are personal to them, their interests, their dreams, their hopes, their passions. We can make that happen here at Northampton School. It's been happening for years, and we could make it even better.
Well, that wraps up our inaugural episode of Jaguar Journal. We'll return next month with more news, notes, and interviews as the school year rolls along.
For our entire news team, I'm Catherine Bellucci.
And I'm Noah Roby. We'll see you soon,
Northampton.